So Amber Heard is suing again. That's right. And what's wild is that she's targeting her own team and really the courts and their decisions yet again trying to get that money. And it's amazing because when you read through this, what it sounds like is how dare you not do what Amber Heard wants? How dare you decide something else? You and I, we're going to talk about that today too. It reminds me a lot of what we heard about Johnny Depp, what we've heard about others. How dare they walk away, right? Oh man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently, man. Amber Heard is suing yet again, dropping us a 54-page appeals bombshell on her own team. And what's crazy is that she's telling the court here that you got it wrong, like really wrong. Yeah, you should have sided with me, but instead you sided with the other people on my own team. And I am owed money. I mean, this stuff is so crazy. So all of this concerns an insurance policy. We're talking about a lot of money right here that was sold to Amber Heard for a defense of the lawsuit filed by Johnny Depp, alleging that she defamed him in the December 2018 Washington Post op-ed. She said she was sold an insurance coverage policy which promised to defend her against, amongst other things, lawsuits alleging that she defamed others. And of course, she wanted that coverage because she did. She did indeed do that. And she was like, hey, I can get away with this without paying a dime. So when Amber Heard was sued for defamation by Mr. Depp, March 2019 in a Virginia state court, she timely notified the insurance company and asked them to defend her. Now, the response from the insurance company was that they reserved the right to deny coverage on the ground that she behaved intentionally. You know, she did this stuff on purpose, which that's what they found, by the way, that she did do it on purpose, thus creating a conflict of interest with Amber Heard. Despite this conflict, the insurance company refused to agree that Amber Heard could pick independent counsel, instead appointing its own counsel to defend her. It's amazing, too, when you read this. She had her own counsel there. She liked them until they didn't do exactly what she wanted. Then she decided to undermine them, pushing them out. And this insurance company was like, wait a minute, that's who we agreed to. That's who we picked. And she was like, no, I have the right to do this. And they were like, yeah, you do, but we have the right not to pay. Now, she says that caused her to incur significant defense costs not paid by any insurer. Man, listen to my tiny violin play, by the way, Amber. Can you hear it? Oh, it's playing this saddest tune. I mean, really, you tried to ruin somebody. You got caught. Hey, that's your tough luck, right? No, it's not. The insurance company subsequently initiated this declaratory relief action against Amber Heard, and Amber Heard filed a counterclaim against the insurance company. Now, after she filed her counterclaim, the insurance company filed a motion to dismiss, arguing that it had no duty to reimburse her for any defense fees or costs that she had paid and that she had no right to independent counsel. Recognizing that its position was contrary to California law, the insurance company asserted that this falls under Virginia law, which the courts agreed to, by the way. And she's saying, no, you got that wrong. You got it wrong because California law applies to this duty to defend and an actual conflict of interest. It existed between the insurance company and between Amber Heard, thus requiring that the insurance company provide independent counsel. Now, what's fascinating is that she doubles and triples down on the court getting it wrong too, saying the summary of their argument here, it's that the court didn't look at things correctly. Essentially, they looked at the Depp lawsuit happening in Virginia, so they looked at Virginia law to decide whether or not this should actually be decided by Virginia law. They're saying, no, you looked at this wrong. You didn't apply the right choices to it. Therefore indeed. Now, something that amazes me when I look at how the court supposedly got it wrong is that this argument was one that Amber Heard tried to use against Johnny Depp as well, saying, California law, not Virginia law, that needs to be where all of this is held. They say if the court would have applied the correct authority, they give specific cases and on, then the court would have conducted a required choice by law analysis, which would have resulted in California law, not Virginia law, applying to Amber Heard's claim. Now, she notes that because California law has a strong interest in seeing its law applied to contracts that are negotiated and executed in California, ensuring California residents, the district court should have determined whether there was a conflict of interest under California law, not Virginia law. Moreover, California law is clear that an insurer's reservation of rights based on the intentional conduct of the insured gives rise to a conflict of interest, as alleged by Amber Heard. And they say that the insurance company conceded before the court. The insurance company issued a reservation of rights based on intentional conduct, and they give a specific insurer's code. Now, such a reservation gives rise to a clear conflict, entitling Amber Heard to independent counsel that she requested. They give a statement on that. Now, she finalizes this by essentially saying you not only got it wrong on the breach of contract stuff, but you got it wrong on the breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, saying that, well, when you dismissed one, you dismissed the other, and you shouldn't have dismissed any at all. Quote, finally, the district court's dismissal of Amber Heard's claim of breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing was premised on the dismissal of her claim of her breach of contract. Now, because Amber Heard's breach of contract claims were plausibly alleged, so too was her claim for breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. That should have not been dismissed. Now, for these reasons, Amber Heard respectfully requests that the court reverse the district court's order and remand this case for further proceedings. Essentially, you need to open this thing back up. You need to let me sue. You need to reclaim money. And they argue this on quite a few pages. Like I said, this is a 54-page filing. She's desperate. I mean, it's amazing to see. This is a 2022 case, and she is never, ever going to let this stuff go. Yeah, when this is gone too, I imagine she's going to switch faces up. She's not going to try Hollywood anymore. She doesn't have that money coming in. Instead, she's going to claim, hey, I'm an advocate, and you know what? This all works toward it. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. It's amazing. I mean, she's suing her own team still. Can't get Depp, so gonna get somebody, right? Let me know what you think about that, though. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel, by the way? Links are in the description. Thank you. Gonna end here. See ya.